What's up everyone, Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7, and here is HPI's latest RC car, the Toyota FJ Venture. Now this has been a long time coming, a lot of delays, and thankfully it just came in to Australia here. It's been out in the States for I think the last week or so, so I finally got it at Crazy Hobbies, and I thought I wanted to open it up and show you guys what you guys get. Now the good thing about this, it is a fully ready to run RC crawler. Comes with everything, even the AA batteries, and also a nickel metal hydride 2000 milliamp hour battery there to get you up and running. But the good thing about it, it is 3S LiPo compatible. Obviously it's got a 2.4 gigahertz controller, aluminium threaded shock set. It's got a really nice roof racks, mirrors and bumpers are all included, and they look very scale, that's for sure. Waterproof electronics, formed steel C-channel ladder frame, and Crawler Edition ESC, which, like I mentioned before, is waterproof, and it can take nickel metal hydride or LiPo battery. Now I won't spend too much time on the side of this box, because when I open it up you can have a closer look and we'll go through things in more detail. But it has a front mounted motor, servo, ESC and a receiver, so that's excellent for weight distribution because it has the motor at the back on the rear axles. Front and rear metal diff lockers, formed high strength C-channel chassis rails. Wheelbase can be adjustable from 290 to 315 millimeters, which is great because you can put different body on if you don't really like this one. Now it's got a really nice center line drive shaft, so if you're looking up from the top, everything is really nice and in line. It's got a low center drive shaft angle as well, so looking on the side, no real hang-ups there, no issues. Now it's got a lot of specs here, you can go through this if you want, like pause the video and read through those. But overall weight is 2.4 kilos, overall weight without the battery is 2.1. So it's you know, pretty heavy. I guess that's standard for a 1/10 scale crawler. The axles and stuff like that I think are very similar. Now that's enough of that. Let's go see what we get inside the box. And traditionally I'll open the box in front of the camera, but when I went to edit the video, this actual first time I recorded this wasn't there. So anyway, let's show you what you get inside. Okay, so in the kit you get a TF40 2.4 gigahertz pistol grip transmitter. You know, these are fine, and I definitely do like the step down thumb control here for the wheel. Has a nice foam covering on here, feels very comfortable in the hand, and it takes 4 AA batteries, which is a massive plus. So here you have your third channel switch, steering trim, throttle trim, your durates for your steering, bind button, collapsible 2.4 gigahertz antenna, on and off switch, and it only takes 4 AA batteries like I mentioned. Quite a nice controller, does feel nice in the hand with this ergonomic, I guess, drop down wheel. Yeah, I like it. Definitely good for an RTR kit. And as this is a true ready to run kit, you've got your 4 AA batteries for the transmitter. Huge other battery you get in the kit, and that is a nickel metal hydride 2000 milliamp hour 7.2 volt battery. It's got your basic connector there. You can always change this out, and because the ESC not only can take nickel metal hydride batteries, it can also take LiPo. So if you don't want to use this, you can use it as a paperweight, but at least you get one in the kit. Here's a little baggie of accessories. It's got different body posts and several other plastic components in there. Sweet. Here are the manuals. Nice set of stickers there. Important information. Not that important. Nice warranty card here. It's actually a hard plastic card. And a really thick instruction manual. HPI generally have really good instruction manuals. Everything you need in here. It's obviously multi-language, but it gives you a rundown. And if you're new into the hobby, this is your first RC car, it'll give you a lot of information and a lot of learning you can get from this actual manual. But it gives you everything you need to know. How to put the battery in, how to put the body on, all that kind of good stuff. So, and it gives you how to, you know, adjust the ESC setup there, like I mentioned before, with the drag brakes and changing the battery type to LiPo or nickel metal hydride. But what I also like about it is the exploder diagrams are really good. So if you ever want to change anything up, or if you busted something when you've been crawling, you can always change it out. There's your full metal gears inside the transfer case, and the front and rear differentials there. So it's really good. Great manual, can't go wrong. We have our standard wall plug and play charger here for your nickel metal hydride battery. You know, don't set the world on fire with charge times, but at least there's one included in the kit just to get you started. Okay, now here it is here. Like I mentioned, it does come in 2 other colours. This one is obviously the nice gunmetal, but it also comes in a different kind of sand colour as well. So let's just have a quick look at the body first, because I've done a really fantastic job on the body itself. As you can see, it is really nicely, well, these kind of look like separate pieces, like separately applied plastic, but they're not. They're actually the same Lexan, it's just painted in a different kind of matte colour, so it feels a little bit different to the hand. This one here is obviously the standard gloss, but it's got this kind of a matte finish that runs all the way around along the bottom of the car here as well, and up around. front and rear fenders and the front and back bumper bar as well. So it looks really nice. It has separately applied stickers. For example, this window trim sticker is a sticker. Obviously the door handle, the mirrors are separately applied, kind of like a hard plastic. Hopefully they will stand up to some abuse. They are actually got a little hex fastener down there, so that's nice to see. And as you can see, you've got 6 body clips with rubber grommets for the actual roof rack here, which is really nice, and it is definitely scale like the real thing as well. So that won't be moving anywhere, and I guess if you want that removed, you can just pull that off. But at least that is a really nice scale looking accessory. Has another scale detail at the back here. There are stickers, but they definitely look cool. And I definitely think in the near future there will be light buckets, or definitely an LED kit for the front and rear light set as well. Looks excellent. I think they've done a great job with the body. Yeah, can't go wrong. And just from flexing around, it is quite a nice flexible body. Yeah, pretty standard stuff there, but what do you guys think? I think it looks pretty good. Okay, here is the chassis, what we all want to see. And when you first look at it, it does look like any other crawler with a C-channel ladder frame chassis there. Very similar to any Axial and even the new Traxxas crawler. So nothing out of the ordinary there, but it is a proven design. It's very realistic like the scale truck, and it is very strong. It has a very nice weight distribution. That is because they have the motor and the servo directly above the front axle, as well as the ESC a little bit further back. But also for the back they have a battery mounting, so that's where obviously put your battery, and that is generally the same, I guess, same weight as the servo and motor put together. So I guess you can't really go wrong with evenly spaced weight distribution. Now on both sides you have your rock sliders. They seem like they can be moved in or out, but they seem very flexible and seem like they will do the job. They also look quite scale, and also like a side step once the body's on. Now another part I like is this particular scale item. It's where the spare tyre is mounted on, and it swings on like a door. It's held down here via traditional style body clip, but it looks very nice. And this tyre and wheel obviously is functional. It's got this nice little hub that you screw on there. So if anything ever happens to one of the wheels and tyres, you can always use this one, which is cool. And also, as you can see, the rear bumper bar, or front and rear, sorry, are adjustable. You've got these little positions here, so you can move it forward and back. I guess that'd be good with different size bodies. So that's a great idea actually. And you got workable. These toe shackles do actually move up and down. They are plastic, but they still work and they still look the treat. And there is a front bumper bar as well. Like I mentioned, toe shackles, they do move. Adjustable mounting positions there, and you can always it's got holes here ready for, I guess, when there's a light kit available or any aftermarket one you can put in there, and also room for a winch as well. Here is your battery tray, like I mentioned before, directly over the rear axle. It fits 2-cell LiPos, no worries, and once it's all locked and loaded with this body clip, it's definitely not going anywhere and it's very solid. Now you've got some rather tall body posts here, and that is because of the unique design of the FJ body, but these are adjustable up and down obviously, and you can definitely put aftermarket bodies on this because the wheelbase and everything is very similar to Axial, any Jeep that's on the market, so no problems there. And you can see you can take these out and they are adjustable as well with the height right there. Here is your ESC. It is fully waterproof and it can run nickel metal hydride, that's what it runs out of the box, but it can also change to brushless just by changing this little toggle there. It also can, you can also adjust the drag brake setting to 80%, 100%, or off. Excellent. Now the CMS or chassis mounted servo is the SS20WR, waterproof, 6.5 kilos of torque, so hopefully it should be more than enough for this kit. So here we have our 540 size 35 turn brushed motor. It's a crawler spec, it's sealed, so it should provide, a good mix between crawling and, I guess a little bit of speed. The good thing about it, being a standard size, you can always, the servo and the motor are the first things people upgrade, so you can always put a brushless system up in here if you want, because the good thing about it, all the drivetrain is all metal and it can easily take that punishment. So when you're looking at the car from the top, you can see, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the straight drive shaft and your centrally located transfer case. And in case you were wondering, it has a gear ratio of 1.5 to 1 as well. Now apparently the Venture FJ Cruiser is the first RDR scale truck to feature strong metal gears throughout the transmission. The drive shafts are composite slider style shafts and they have universal joints at both ends. Into the diff it has a 13 tooth pinion and a 43 tooth ring gear. Now HPI Venture has quite nice low angle drive shafts, so you can see when you're looking at it from the side there's not much that can get hung up, and it gives you the maximum, I guess, ground clearance, as this does not have portal axles, traditional style straight axle there, so that's something to bear in mind. Now you've got solid axles here, the main body is all plastic, the pumpkin here is nice metal and it certainly does look realistic. It's got some nice metal parts, obviously the pumpkin here, but also main supports where the suspension, bottom of the suspension hooks onto the axle there, so that's nice to see, plastic and metal all working together. It certainly does have traditional style dog bone drive shafts, as you can see there, but they are proven and they work well, especially for rock crawlers. Has a nice, if I flip it upside down, metal steering arm there. So next to our metal steering rod we also have a panhead bar, and the panhead bar is on aluminium mounts, as you can see right there, and it's also featured on real off-road trucks. Now the purpose of the panhead bar is to maintain zero bump steer as the axles, rises and dips and falls over different terrain. So hopefully this will, help guide this bad boy where you want it to. But that's nice to see. Now it also has zero Ackerman steering, so basically what that means, you just have the same steering angle for both front tyres. Now what also I like is the actual BTA, or behind the axle steering rod here. So you can see some manufacturers have it in front, and that can cause an issue. Obviously it doesn't look as nice, but the main thing is things can get caught up and get lodged in there. So if it's behind the axle, just naturally things won't get caught up as easily as it like that. That's pretty cool. And there's another, I'm pretty sure that is another panhead bar, as you see, running from the chassis rail here up into the other side of the front axle as well. So the suspension around the truck is really nice. It feels nice from the factory, but it's got dual stage coilover shocks. There's a combination of plastic and aluminium. The most important part, it is a coilover system, so it's a threaded shock body, but as you can see it has two separate sets of springs. So basically this smaller one here is for your general driving around the smaller bumps, and this larger spring at the bottom is for the harder hits or the kind of more steep embankments when you're going up big rocks and dips and stuff like that. Now the tyres, they seem okay, not the stickiest I've felt, but they seem quite grippy. They are foam filled, obviously pre-glued, no bead locks here, but they have these little protective cover here to give it I guess a scale look, if you can just get it off out of the way like that. It's got a small thread in there, so you can just thread that back on so you don't really lose that plastic cover, but they look nice. As you can see, they have a hole in them, so if you want to go through water, you want to try to tape that hole up. Now guys, that wraps it up for me for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, please leave them down in the comment section and I hopefully will answer them ASAP. I try to answer all your comments. If you haven't, please subscribe. It's easy to do. Just click that subscribe button and also smash that little notification bell so you get notified when I upload new videos ASAP. Want to go check this out? It's from Crazy Hobbies. Link is in the description down below. But that's it. Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. See you in the next video and thanks for watching.